And that's definitely a fight I want. Like I said, I'm not scared of nobody. This is Monstros.
He was calling, David Benavidez, beg your pardon, when he was calling you out and saying he wanted to step in the ring with you. Not many guys have been trying to do that, and he did. He's been saying that he wants the fight opportunity to collide T-Mobile Arena. Did you take that as a sign of disrespect, or is it the fact that, hey, I'm undefeated, I'm a guy who brings a lot of viewers and fans to the arenas, and he wants to test his skills against me?
No, I didn't take that as disrespect at all. What I took as disrespect is the stuff you're saying, that he was being really disrespectful. But other than this, like, these are the type of fighters I want to fight. I want to fight the people that they have confidence in themselves, that they think they're going to go in there and knock me out, that they say that I fought somebody like him. At the end of the day, he's never fought nobody like me. And I'm going to prove everybody that there's levels to this. And I'm not playing when I say I'm going to break his mouth, because that's exactly what I'm going to do.
It's been a long time coming. You know, we've done a lot of international travel, a lot of international fights. So we're not new to these big stages anymore. You know, this just feels like another day in the office. We're meant to be here. You know, we've done our apprenticeship. This is just all fruit of the labour. You know what I mean? We've built this division on my back. You know what I mean? So it's good, I'm ready. And I'm sick of these interviews and I just want to fight. Yeah, I believe all my last opponents have. You know, I've sat down and had table faces and stuff with them, and they've all had that fire in the eye. They've all believed that this is their world champion. Just like I believe this is another stepping stone to my journey to greatness, to becoming the undisputed. But without getting the job done on the 8th.
Fight week has finally arrived, and the excitement surrounding David Benavidez and Jai Opetaia continues to build. As the two champions prepare for one of the biggest fights of the year, both men have made it clear that they expect to leave the ring victorious. The final press conference showed just how confident both fighters are. David Benavidez said he enjoys facing opponents who truly believe they can beat him, because those are the fights that push him to perform at his very best. He admitted that some of Opetaia's comments caught his attention, but he isn't focused on the trash talk. Instead, he plans to answer everything inside the ring.
I just know that 100% already. You know, wherever it is, it's 200, 175, wherever. I mean, I'm just here to test myself at the end of the day and test my grade.
I've been chasing these big fights for quite a while. I want to call myself undisputed. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm ready when.
I think before he would go to heavyweight, I think that would be the fight that needs to be made. I think Jai has a good chance too of possibly winning. You know, like, yeah, I think it just comes down to who shows up that night. For
a couple fights that I would love him to do, maybe at that same weight, or maybe go down to fight Bivol and Benavidez, and the other one is what that other cruiserweight that signed with Sufa.
Jai.
Opetaia.
Yeah.
I don't know if that fight could even be done now that he's with Sufa and what belt they're gonna fight for, whatever. I don't know. But those are three fights that I would like to see Benavidez take.
Benavidez even made a bold prediction. He said Jai Opetaia has never faced a fighter like him and promised to break Opetaia's mouth on fight night. It was one of the strongest moments of the press conference. Opetaia responded with confidence of his own. He said fighting under pressure is nothing new, because he has already competed on some of the biggest stages around the world. Opetaia believes all the talking is over, and now it's time to settle everything inside the ring. While he respects Benavidez's accomplishments, he feels fully prepared for this challenge and believes a victory will move him closer to becoming the top fighter in the division.
Shown what he's shown on Saturday, not only is he one of the best fighters in the world, to me, Benavidez is the most dangerous fighter in the world, and I'm including all divisions. We could talk about Shakurs, we could talk about Haney's, we could talk about all these Usyks and guys that's better than him technically. But I'm talking about as far as danger zone. When you are in the fight of your life from round 1 through round 12, David Benavidez, I've never seen nothing like him before. I've never seen hand speed like that on a consistent basis. I've never seen extension with that hand speed like that.
It's a good fight. I like it. I still say the same thing now. Another stoppage.
Same way, easier, harder fight.
It's probably gonna be done. I mean, listen, man. I predict the same thing because it's a new style. David Benavidez has his own style in boxing. He has his own. First fighter we know with his style. and coming up with his style. He mastered it. So there is no real defense for this style yet. There is no real, you know, how does the blockage go? How does it go? Like, I never see they don't teach them that, you know what I mean? So until somebody can come up with, until they can learn their style completely, you're not gonna know how to defend against it. We gotta see it some more, you know what I mean? So shout out to David Benavidez coming up with his own style. That's crazy. And the switch, crazy. My guy, he's the first guy with it. What up? I'm saying it.
You know, when
Don't
you look,
make David cut that switch.
Benavidez also described this as one of the biggest opportunities of his career. He said he has always wanted the toughest fights and has never looked for easy opponents. As expected, many boxing experts have shared their opinions. Trainer Robert Garcia believes Benavidez should continue facing elite competition before thinking about a move to heavyweight. He feels there are still plenty of major fights waiting for him in his current weight class. Malik Scott praised Benavidez as one of the most dangerous pressure fighters in boxing.
Who's now really entering his prime now, and he is scary for any fighter to go up against. You know, he's got to prove it. He's got to prove it against the best fighters in the world now, and they're going to be tougher outs than Gilberto Ramirez, but I'm feeling like he can beat all of them. He could beat Bivol, he could beat Beterbiev, he could beat Opetaia. Line them up, and I want to see
even more, you know what I mean? Like, that Cinco de Mayo is going to be a massive thing for Mexico and stuff, you know what I mean? But I feel like Benavidez beats Ramirez, but it's a massive, massive step up for Benavidez to fight Jai, you know what I mean? Obviously, I feel like he would give Jai a harder fight than Ramirez would, but man, it's a huge jump. You know, it used to be a super middleweight, the light heavyweight, up to cruiserweight. It's not like you're jumping from like super welterweight to middleweight, you know what I mean? It's a huge, 15 kilos, 16 kilos. It's massive. You know, and he's not the leanest or strongest. Yes, he's very fast. Benavidez is very fast, but I feel like whenever
According to Scott, his non-stop combinations, fast hands, and incredible work rate make him extremely difficult to beat. Former world champion Zab Judah agreed, saying Benavidez's constant pressure and unique rhythm never allow opponents to get comfortable. Still, several experts believe Jai Opetaia presents a serious challenge. Trainer Stephen Edwards described Opetaia as fast, explosive, athletic, and dangerous, especially because of his powerful left hand and southpaw style. He's twitchy, he's fast.
Twitchy, he's fast, and he's explosive. And David gonna have to be careful. That ball hits you with a left hand, he can knock you out. And he's a southpaw, so he'll have some built-in advantages. He's just it's not a skill thing. He's a different level athlete than what El Zurdo is. And he's young, and he's mean, and he's gonna be fighting hard. I think David might know a little bit too much for him. I think he might be a little bit too skillful for him and be a little bit too slick. But his raw athleticism and punching power is something David gonna have to be.
The killer as well. He's a killer. And unlike Zurdo, Opetaia has fast hands and fast feet. Opetaia's hand speed, it's not as fast as Benavidez, but it's respectable. His feet are better than Benavidez's. And he's a southpaw. So don't start to, Benavidez runs through Opetaia. No. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Does not run through him at all. That's a fucking fight. And that's...
Although he slightly favors Benavidez, Edwards believes Opetaia has the power to change the fight with one punch. Schofield Jr. also expects a competitive fight and believes both champions have earned this opportunity. Connor Wallace pointed to Opetaia's size and strength as possible advantages. He believes moving into a division with naturally bigger opponents is never easy, and that those physical advantages could become important. Ron Ellis shared a similar view. He believes Benavidez may have to rely more on his boxing skills because he won't enjoy the same size advantage he often had against previous opponents.
That first of all, y'all the same size. So yeah, it's like, I don't think you can stand there. Yeah, I don't think that push you no left. You see me on the road. You know, I'm a little motherfucker. I'm spinning. He just. But you know, when it's the same size, you know, like Benavidez gonna have to show his real boxing skills. Because I don't think he can just walk me down.
You think the same thing is gonna be with him and Zurdo?
I think he's gonna press him. The punches and bunches. That's what I like. I'm trying to steal some of this shit. Punches and bunches, they add up.
You gotta have great conditioning, man.
Oh yeah, y'all got one more question for Benavidez, man.
Yeah.
Fuck Benavidez. This whole interview is about him. It's about him. I'm afraid with y'all talking about this.
Hey, what do you think about Zuffa, man? That's someone.
Just beat Jai Opetaia. Hell yeah, he beat Opetaia. Oh, I'ma double down. He gonna beat Opetaia. I double down on that one. He gonna beat Opetaia. See, Opetaia got good feet. Yeah, he can box, but he can be drugged into a fight. And if you know anything about David Benavidez, just like he did with Ramirez ass, he's the one of those guys that's gonna test your heart. He gonna test what you have in here. And once he go to Jai's ass and he tests what he has in here, Jai gonna lose his shit. Jai ain't gonna be boxing and moving around. Jai gonna be looking to fight. Jai gonna get tired too. Yeah, because Jai, if you look at the history of Jai Opetaia, he get tired. Yes, he gets tired.
He boxes quite well, but you can't really sort of judge on who he's had in the past, and they haven't been too much. So Jai's a completely different beast. So what he can do to them is completely different from what he can do to Jai. So we'll see what happens and put everything.
Bradley still favors Benavidez. He believes David's relentless pressure and high punch output will eventually wear Opetaia down. If Benavidez can force Opetaia into exchanges instead of allowing him to box from long range, Bradley believes the fight will swing in David's favor. Adelaide Bird, however, believes Opetaia's movement and footwork could make this a much closer contest. She says Opetaia's ability to create angles and move around the ring will test Benavidez throughout the fight. Opetaia's father also expressed complete confidence in his son.
It's really he's the only fight I really want, like that I truly want, because he has all the belts. You know what I mean? After I beat Bivol, I'm gonna have, right now I have 8 titles. You know, 3 of them were interim, 3 of them world championships at super middleweight, light heavyweight. Now I got 2 of them at cruiserweight. I really want those belts. You know, I want those accolades. So that's the only thing.
And I want his belt, and I wanna defend my belt, and I wanna be active fighter. He's a really great fighter, and what he's saying that he wants to fight me and better be, it means that he's a great fighter. He's confident and he wanna achieve more and more. It's good, and what I could tell.
Hard before, so they know what to expect. That's one. 2, imagine him fighting in September in the same venue in Las Vegas with all the Mexicans watching again, and beating a guy that beat down your superstar, a guy that beat Bivol. I'm talking about Bivol beat Canelo, and you beating Bivol on that special date. That's how you take over the crown at 29 years old and become the next star for the next couple of years. Bivol's the way, because he's not a big puncher. He's footwork, and you need to know how to close down that distance and footwork. Benavidez has that. Speed beats the timing of Bivol with that jab. The speed's going to intercept that, and then ultimately the power. The power's going to be on Benavidez's side. Bivol's never been a puncher. He's strong, but he's not a puncher. So everything's for Benavidez. I would see him being the major.
While giving Benavidez credit for everything he has achieved, he believes Jai is the better fighter and will prove it on fight night. Benavidez also spoke about his future, saying one of his biggest goals is to fight Dimitri Bivol for the world titles. However, he knows he cannot look past Jai Opetaia because this is the biggest challenge in front of him. Enough credit.
Enough credit. Bivol is still a top 5 pound-for-pound guy. That said, based on that performance against Zurdo, I'd have to make the case that Benavidez is a top 5 pound-for-pound guy right now. And I would probably make Benavidez a slight favorite at the moment against him.
David's youth in that fight. With Bivol's a tremendous fighter. I got a tremendous amount of respect for him. But it seems like that the way he moves and he doesn't fight on the inside, Benavidez can kind of force him to overmove and move more than what he would like to move, and force him to kind of run out of gas. For as good as Bivol's conditioning is, he does take off rounds because he fights in the constant bounce all night. And I think that Beterbiev's pressure and Benavidez's pressure is different. Beterbiev is more calculated. He actually have good footwork and defense, but it's more subtle and calculated, where Benavidez is a little more frenetic. And I think that he will force a harder pace on
Benavidez. I think he's a good fighter. How good? You know, Godzik, he's decent. You know, he's strong, old. I don't think Benavidez is a 175 fighter. I don't think he beats Beterbiev. I don't think he beats Bivol, but I think he's very hard to beat at 168. I think that's where a lot of his
He accomplished a lot and he beat everybody in front of him, but he's good, but just him, if comparing him to Benavidez Bivol, I don't think he has.
Now the build-up is almost over. Both champions believe they are ready. The predictions remain divided, but none of that will matter once the opening bell rings. Only one fighter will leave the ring with his hand raised, and boxing fans will finally find out whether David Benavidez continues his rise to the top or if Jai Opetaia proves he is the better champion.